looking for a place to stay. I was mighty, mighty tired. I come a long, long way. I said, hey, hey, in there, is there anybody at home? I'm standing on the steps and I'm feeling most alone. When out comes a farmer, and he must have thought I was nuts. He immediately looked at me and he stuck his gun in my guts. Well, I fell down on my bended knees and I said, I beg farmers, please don't shoot me, please. He cocked his rifle and began to shout, are you one of those traveling salesmen that I've heard about? I said, no, 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 I'm a doctor and it's true. I'm a clean-cut kid, I've been to college too. Then in comes his daughter, whose name was Rita. She looked like she stepped out of a La Dolce Vita. I immediately tried to cool it with her dad. I told him what a nice, pretty farm he had. He said, what the doctors know about farms, pray tell. I said I was born in the bottom of a wishing well. Well, by the dirt beneath my nails, I guess he knew I wouldn't lie. He said, I guess you're tired. He said it on the sly. I said, yes, 10,000 miles today I drove. He said, I got a bed for you underneath the stove. Just one condition, and you can go to sleep right now. If you don't touch my daughter, and in the morning milk my cows. Well, I was sleeping like a rat when I heard something jerking. And there stood Rita, looking like Tony Perkins. She said, would you like to take a shower? I'll show you to the door. I said, no, 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 I've been through this before. I knew I had to split, but I didn't know how. When she said, would you like to take a shower now? Well, I couldn't leave unless the old man chased me out, 'cause I'd already promised that I'd milk his cows. I had to say something to strike him very weird, so I yelled, I like Fidel Castro and I like his beard. Rita looked offended, but she got out of the way as he came charging down the stairs and saying, what did I hear you say? I said, I like Fidel Castro. I think you heard me right. And I ducked as he swung at me with all of his might. Rita rumbled something about her mother was on the hill, and his fist landed in the icebox. And he said, I'm gonna kill you if you just don't get out of here in the next 2 seconds flat. You unpatriotic, rotten doctor, commie rat. Well, he threw a Reader's Digest at my head, and I did run. I did a get his gun. I crashed through the window at 100 miles an hour and landed fully blast on his garden flowers. Rita said, come back, and he started to load, and the sun was coming out, and I was running down the road. Well, I don't figure I'll be back there for quite a spell. And even though Rita moved away and she got a job in a motel, she still waits for me, constant on the slide. He wants to turn me into the FBI. Me, I romp and stomp, thankful as I romp. Without freedom of speech, I might be in a swamp.